All right, and good morning to you once again. My name is Kwame Apollo. Now, this is From the Papers, a program we do on Afenya Media's channels on Facebook and also currently on YouTube from 7:30 to somewhere around 8 o'clock a.m. each weekday. I mean, from Monday through Friday. And what we do is to look into the various newspapers. In fact, we only deal with the front pages. And when we have other issues around, when we have some opinions to share around, we do that as well. And we do it objectively without fear or favor, and we ensure that people are always updated. We used to do this program in English and Ever, but then we are preparing something different for the Ever version that will be coming your way very soon. So let me say welcome to you. Good morning. Now, this weekend there has been a lot. A lot went on this weekend, and this is very interesting because we heard of the issue between the OSP and the former finance minister, Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta. So we knew Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta was once declared wanted by the special prosecutor, and we also knew he came back. He said, come on, I am on some treatment, my health is failing and I have to work on it, so when I come back I'll see you. And then we knew that he came back somewhere along the line, and the new thing coming in is telling us now that he has sued. So initially he sued some 2 police officers for invading his house, and then later this weekend we heard that he has sued the special prosecutor. I don't know if the special prosecutor particularly or the whole office of the special prosecutor, and so that is also in the newspapers. But the OSP, the SP is not also drawing back at all. Currently, he has also given him a deadline that by 2nd day of June, when I don't hear for you, I will declare you wanted again. Interesting. And so that is one of the biggest issues in the newspapers. Now, the National Investigations Bureau has also is also continuing its work, and one of the things we knew is I don't know if it is the invitation or the arrest of one of the members of the National Cathedral, is it the council? Yes, that one is also in the paper, and I will be bringing that to you now. So these are the biggest issues, and then before the weekend we also witnessed the replacement of the now former IGP, Dr. George Ekufo Dampare, and the paving way for the new IGP, Yohuno Tete. We wish him well. We wish Dr. Dampare also well in his next endeavors. Now, I have quite some things to say. Looking at the age of the new IGP, people thought the new IGP would be soft or something, and I laughed because having people rejoice over a replacement does not mean the other person is going to be soft. So we saw how some police officers were rejoicing. Now, we don't know whether they were rejoicing because Dr. George Ekufo Dampare is no more there, or they were rejoicing because a new person has been appointed. We don't know which one of them is making them happy. Actually, let's be happy for people when they are happy. When they cry, to cry for them. Dr. George Ekufo Dampare has done his best for the Ghana Police Service. His few years of service has actually changed a lot of things. It has brought a lot of spotlight to the police service and all of that. And it's okay. He's done his part. He's got some few years to retire, but that those few years will be out of the service because he cannot become a policeman anymore. But then, what's the age of the new IGP? Okay, we'll look at those issues as well. And so these are the issues we have prepared for you this morning, a number of them also in the papers. And let me take a quick break. Once I am back, we look into some other, we go straight into the papers for you this morning. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back here. But then I have this one. I just want you to listen to this song from one of Afenya Media's artists. It says Ganeva isn't ever. We would have time to do some explanation on this song. But just a quick peek into some 1 minute as I prepare to come back your way for the papers.
Yeah. One day the table go turn. Where our problem go end. Oje mila minya hiato for happy na kula minya gato. Gana do mi abia ho mi afufuto kata ko mi atravo. Na iye voda ko lebe disrespect wo kata na ton. Gana je gaji na dona je doji na gana koda nyimi asoji. Mando le kaji le zaji le gaji ma unga to na dasideji. Amana nyona mesiama. Novi na kodagba. Jo mangoli va jo chijangoli never gbe wa tro kwagba. Enough is enough of a glow. To for blue.
Happy mia kumya nyangata. Mia jila me nyangata. Vo ma kumya dinyata. Yana na kwana ganava. Yana jona ganava. Yana na kwana ganava. Dabana ganava.
Yeah, yedo la ku range, yedo la ku Benz. Yajila amado yama huko, from yedo la ku private jet. We no go work in vain, we go confirm. Inshallah, we go put our family poverty to an end. Minya be wo jimi de nyame from yedo la ku de game. Yapa go me na ho bang bang wa bia mi baleke. Amada nyona mesiama, novi na kodagba. Jo mangoli va jo chijangoli never gbe wa tro kwagba. Mi nyenya to. Happy mia kumya nyagato. Mia chila me nyagato. Va oma kumya dinyato. Yana no bana ganava. Yana jona ganava. Yana no bana ganava. Dagbe never na ganava.
right, and that is it. This is a new one from our artist Fiamo. I'll be telling you more about that song. For those who cannot speak the Evichal, if you just listen to the drill, okay? I'll bring you the words later on somewhere on the show. Now, let's go into the papers. I'm starting from the Daily Guide, and the first one, that Daily Guide says, Ofori Atta sues OSP over fugitive tag. Ofori Atta sues OSP over fugitive tag. So the OSP, the former finance minister says that tag has damaged his well fought for reputation, and he will not let it slide. That the OSP must retract and apologize, also to take him out of any other list of wanted persons and fugitives in the future. So that is in the Daily Guide. Now, let me quickly leave that one for you. Just hold on there, and let me bring you this one also having to do with the OSP and Ofori Atta. Kisi Agyeman warns Ofori Atta, avail yourself or be declared fugitive again. So again, so Ofori Atta went to court that you cannot declare me fugitive. You have declared me fugitive and you have damaged my reputation. Now, OSP said that you'll be there. Be there. I give you up to 2nd day of June. Don't bring yourself. I will declare you wanted again. I will declare you fugitive again. And that is very interesting, okay? Papers are doing a lot. So that is it in... but let me go back to the Daily Guide for you and pick on the other ones. Now, 56 illegal miners arrested in Western region. 56 illegal miners arrested in Western region, and this is also a big one. The fight against illegal mining is still on. The fight against Galamsey is still on, and a number of things have been put in place by the new government to ensure that these illegal miners face their own. So this is it. Over the years, we don't know and cannot tell actually what this fight has been, what it has brought, how the fight was lost or won. But then we are hoping that this time around things would get better. All right. Then also with that same issue, let me bring you this one from the Chronicle. The Chronicle says security forces swoop on 3 foreign illegal miners, and so the attack on illegal mining is becoming very high, and we are praying government maintains that momentum. Government is able to win this war, because the war is for Ghana and not for NDC, it's not for NPP. The rivers are for Ghana, not for NDC and not for NPP. And so if we cannot keep our water bodies clean, if we cannot now, researches upon researches are coming up, and our water bodies are becoming infested with, in fact contaminated with heavy metals, and you know what these things do to our brain and our health generally. And so yeah, it's a big issue. Now also with the issue of mining, illegal mining and co, small scale miners hail Gold Board vow to fight for fair and competitive pricing of gold. And this is also a new initiative of the government. Just like Cocoa Board oversees cocoa production in Ghana, cocoa production and marketing and all of that, there is also a Gold Board that the new government has put in place. The idea is to ensure that our gold is valued as much as it can. Our gold is marketed, so it oversees all of everything that has to do with gold. All right. And then also in the Chronicle, it says Samia Uku gets SME Global for Africa Vice President post, and that is a good one to celebrate. Now, if you are here, you are doing politics after your political days, and all you have to do is to just coil up somewhere and we don't hear from you again, I don't think that's good politics. So Honorable Samia Uku, congratulations to you, and we are hoping that it will not just be something in name, but we in Ghana will also have a feel of it. All right, so that is it. Now let me Ashanti NDC Macho Men spit fire, and I don't know, this is also from the Daily Guide. I still don't know what exactly the issue is. I don't know if they are the same people called the CDM. If they are the same people called the CDM, then I will have them in other papers, as well as some of them are taking on the president. They are angry at the president for a few things, and this is one of them in the Publisher. CDM slams termination of public and civil servants appointments. And so one of the things, now those who don't know that these terminations will happen were joking. Now, why am I saying this? I remember during the transition period when the issue came up that the then Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia-led government were actually recruiting people, were giving out contracts. The government elected then was actually saying that be careful. The transition team was saying be careful, we may cancel those recruitments, so we may revert them, or we may reverse it, and it happened. But my problem is that there are a number of people who have been employed not merely on the basis of being affiliated to a political party or not, and they are now home. Some of these people have been waiting for their clearance and appointment for a long time. It didn't come in. Now, once their recruitment came less than a month or two, they are going back home, and these things don't look good. But that is it. Now, so I'm done with the Chronicle, and I'm also done with the Daily Guide. Now I am at the Publisher. The Publisher says minority invites vice president to join budget debate. And when I saw this, the first thing I asked myself somewhere last week was, for what? I thought the budget debate is meant for members of parliament. Forgive me, but that's what I thought, that it was meant for members of parliament. And so if it was meant for members of parliament, I don't know how come the vice president has also become a member of parliament, that she would have to be invited to this. But it's interesting, okay? But so that is it. MPs, the minority, are actually wooing her to come to parliament for a debate. I don't know for what exactly, but that is it. University of Ghana suspends lecturer over sexual misconduct. And I said, whoa. So there were, you see, I used to say this, when these kind of issues happen in Evemia Globe Togagolo, Toevagolo, because I can say this, not on any authority. If you ask me for evidence, I may not provide it, but it is something we know. We may be right, we may be wrong, but we have this perception that seems to be right. About 70% of men, I wouldn't say misconduct, but have multiple partners, and some of them do it very casually. You are not agreeing because you may be in the soup. Very casually, they do it casually, and this is it. And so I keep telling myself this, I keep telling people this. Whenever issues of somebody's sexual something comes up and you are all over the place trumpeting it, yours will follow. It go wonder you. Yours will follow. So be careful. You don't know. All right. So that is happening also at the University of Ghana. So let's all move away from the Ghanaian publisher, and I will bring you Daily Graphic. The Daily Graphic is also here. One, Ofori-Atta suing the OSP is also here, but then there is also about cement production. Inferior cement on the market. New manufacturers violate production processes. This is also in the Daily Graphic, and so that is why it is important to watch the kind of cement, the brand that you buy. What the Daily Graphic is telling us, what the Daily Graphic is reporting, because they are not really telling us, but what the Daily Graphic is reporting, it's very, very, very important. We need to look at it from all possible angles, ensure that our buildings are safe. This is very important, and gladly the government is bringing this up, so we are expecting that they will do a lot of work on it. Then this one also says CRI advocates detailed document for educational interventions, and I agree. Now I am going to add that not only the educational interventions, in fact every government intervention at all should be well documented. Why? It clears away a lot of misinformation. Okay, when it is well documented, vetted, and recorded, kept somewhere, some of these things will be easy for us. Okay, today you see the some people saying that this number of people had been admitted into the senior high school since the free SHS began. Then somebody comes out and say no, that is not it. And when you are doing the checks, you'll be confused that the same document that says that these are the number of people that have been in fact, so the same document is even, how do I call it, confused, where you are going for to get your source, to vet and verify a news item, is also so confused, in fact more confused than the public. And so when some of these things are properly documented and vetted, I think it helps it helps work on all levels. Now let me move away from the Daily Graphic. So I brought you a quick one on at the Informer, and so let me complete what is in the Informer for you. Now in the Informer we have fight against illegal mining, take on political galamseyers, coalition urges minister. And this is important. So a group of people, groups of people who are actually putting in more efforts on this galamsey. I mean, they are more of the deciding factors of this galamsey. When they are tackled, this galamsey issue would see significant improvement. The chiefs and landowners, number one, and number two, politicians. And so what this coalition is saying is that there are a lot of people, a lot of these politicians party bigwigs, party big men, government officials, past and present, who are involved in Galamsey, and they should be dealt with. They should be taken on. When that is done, hopefully this issue of Galamsey would see a favorable end. Now, also addressing rejected ballots, Electoral Commission proposes e-voting, and this is another one that is coming in. So, Commissioner Ms. Jean Mensah is proposing that henceforth or in the near future we should vote electronically. I don't know if that will be through SMS. I don't know if that will be through voting booths. I don't know how it is going to be, maybe by email, or there's going to be an app where you can go and vote. I don't know yet, but that is the proposal. I kind of agree that it may also cure the anomalies of how do I put it there, anomalies of rejected ballots. So the issue is all about rejected ballots, how most of the ballot papers get rejected, more than one. Sometimes I think some of these people do it intentionally. I don't know, but it looks to me as though some of these people do it intentionally, and that's a big issue, you know, if it is done intentionally. Now also bringing in e-voting, would it solve other problems? Would it not bring us other problems? But let's leave that to the IT people. They would be able to find solutions to it. Now let me move away from the informal and bring you the daily searchlight. Yohuno's appointment, it is contempt for the court. Kofi Bento of Imani Ghana has been leading the charge to ensure that, even though he failed, to ensure that the president did not sack. I say Dido. The president did not sack the immediate past IGP. It didn't happen. The president went ahead to do the sacking. But then the issue was in court, when Imani Ghana and some other CSOs and individuals went to court to sue to block the president from making such a change, from making such a dismissal. You remember that? And now that the president has still gone ahead to sack Dr. George Akufo Dampare, the Imani Africa leader, vice president, thinks that is a contempt for the court, because the issue was in court. He should have waited for the court to decide. But whatever it is, the president has already done what he wanted to do. Alright, so let me also go to other ones. I told you of the Galamseyers that were arrested. A number of them, 6 Chinese among them, were arrested. My next paper is the Daily Analyst. Oforiata suing Kisi Agyebeng is there. Now, Ghana Journalists Association to honor distinguished individuals and institutions. Okay, on 2025 World Press Freedom Day. So this year's World Press Freedom Day will be here, and the Ghana Journalists Association is poised to ensure that they honor some people who have been doing very, very, very well. This is so the World Press Freedom Day is actually an initiative of UNESCO, and this one happens in between 5th and 7th May 2025. All right, what else do we have here? So on the Galamsey issue, it was on River Enum, and we are told that 6 excavators had been seized. 3 foreign nationals, Chinese particularly, were arrested over the weekend. That is also good. Now, some of us suggested something before, that these excavators, instead of burning these excavators, they would be used by government. Now, you remember government previously burnt a number of excavators, and even currently the current government also has been accused of that. They went into the bushes, got some of the excavators, got them burnt and all of that. Now, this is it. So when the previous government was doing that, some of us were shouting, no, 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 let's keep these excavators. Well, some of them, we don't know where they are anyway. But you remember that not long ago, the District Road Improvement Program was inaugurated and was put in place. And this is where the question of the excavators comes in. We wouldn't have spent that much if we had sent them converted into in fact, the DRIP program, and a lot of them would have been used properly. All right, now let's move away from, so spare part dealers dispute claims linking prices to fare increases. And so this is one of the other things happening, that some so is it Alliance of Drivers or so? So this group of drivers has decided that they are going to increase fare prices pretty soon, I think starting from this week or so. And then when they were asked why, one of the reasons they gave had to do with the increment of the increase of the prices of spare parts of their vehicles. And that actually also brought in the spare part dealers to come and say that no, that is not true. All right, let me move away from the Daily Analyst. I have something from the Daily Post for you. Now, the Daily Post says, swiftly tackle bribery in the police service, President Mahama to the new IGP. So during the swearing in of the new Inspector General of Police, IGP Yuhuno, the president asked that, look, bribery has become a very big problem in the police service. I want you to tackle it. And this is a big one. And this is where I came in. So people were like, hey, this new IGP will not be strong. And do you know him? I don't know him. But a little I've read about him, he's not a weak person. Even though I believe that Dampare could have been given some time or something like that. Charlie. My other problem is that most of these NDC people who are praising, who think that this man is going to do well, were the same people who had problem with him when he was appointed as the deputy IGP in charge of operations. Some people lambasted him. Why could he even take on that? He's an MPPO, he's this or he's that. Oh. Did you remember Abronye DC coming up with some revelations about the old and new IGP? I'll tell you more, just not now. I don't want problem. The National Petroleum Authority donates Ramadan package to National Chief Imam for the needy. So that is also a beautiful one over there. But the biggest one I want to bring you, government reduces passport fees from 500 Ghana cedis to 350 Ghana cedis. Clap for government, clap for government, clap for government, clap for government. So you will not be paying that much. And again, I am saying that, so this is the second of some beautiful interventions brought by the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. I remember the first one was to give passports out to people who were going on, is it Hajj? Yes, and all of that. And they reduced the time for them. So that actually gave me the indication that you can have your passport ready and printed for you in 3 days, in 1 week. You don't have to wait for MEMS. Again, I also know with this that all other forms, in fact, it could even be reduced more. Sometimes I wonder why the price is that high. All right. Anyway, so that is in the Daily Post. The last one I'll bring you also happened this weekend. So I told you of the arrest of Prophet Kusi Boateng, Prophet Victor Kusi Boateng, who had another name. I just forgot that one. You remember that NIB actually arrested him, and that arrest was also in the papers. Now, as I am talking to you, this is what the man is saying in the publisher, in the new publisher. No one can arrest me. Prophet Kusi Boateng insists his hands are clean over National Cathedral funds. So I'm taking it he was invited. Okay, I'm taking it he was invited by the National Investigations Bureau to answer questions with regards to the National Cathedral. Now, for him now he's coming out to say that nobody can actually arrest him. Very interestingly, nobody can actually arrest him. Nobody can actually arrest him. I've been thinking about it. All right, so that is it from this side as well. Now, the new IGP says that community policing will be my priority. Now, the whole thing is to involve the community in police activities, and especially having posted or sending police officers to certain areas so that they familiarize with the area, having them also work with community members to ensure that the area is kept safe and secured. And that happens to be my last paper for today. We discussed a lot of issues, and I am pretty sure you've also taken yours from it. And as we get ready for other issues today, remember you can visit our website www.afenyamedia.com for more news items, some of which have been covered over here, but you see the details of it on the website. And also, don't forget to keep visiting our Facebook and YouTube channels. More things will be posted over there for you. Some beautiful things today will be posted. We have news brief coming your way 1:30 p.m. We have Afenya Jojo coming your way at 4:00 p.m. So in between this time, watch out for some informative pieces on our website, on our Facebook and YouTube channels. And this is where I bring this show to an end. Once again, my name is Kwame Apollo. I'll see you tomorrow when we get back to do more of the papers for you. Let's meet and discuss more papers tomorrow. Have a nice day, and don't forget you can go to all streaming and music download platforms. Look for the song "Got Never" by the versatile artist Fiamo. But let me end this with a quick message from my sponsors, Safred Global Services, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
From anywhere in the USA to anywhere in Ghana, we manage the entire shipping process: documentation, packing, shipping, warehousing, and final delivery. We will be with you all throughout. Simply place your order and relax. Your shipment is in safe hands. At Safred Global Services, we guarantee safe and timely delivery of consignments of any size. Trust us with your packages, crates, and containers for utmost satisfaction. Our customers always come first. We at Safred Global Services provide the safest, smoothest, and fastest yet affordable sea freight forwarding assistance between the USA and Ghana. Visit our Ghana warehouse at 127 Blue Street, Enya, off the Awoshi Ablekuma Pokwasi Highway in Accra. In the USA, our office is located at 2013 14 Drive, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky 40342. Call us at 502-353-4407 or 614-622-6977. Safred Global Services. Reliable, affordable, timely.